former NFL football quarterback Colin Kaepernick is seated on stage during W.E.B. Bois Medal ceremonies, Thursday, October 11, 2018, at Harvard University, in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Kaepernick is among 8 recipients of Harvard University's W.E.B. Bois Medals in 2018. Harvard has awarded the medal since 2000 to people whose work has contributed to African and African American culture. AP photo, Senne, former NFL football quarterback Colin Kaepernick is seated on stage during W.E.B. Bois Medal ceremonies, Thursday, October 11, 2018, at Harvard University, in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Kaepernick is among 8. More photo, Senne, Associated Press photo, Senne, Associated Press. Former NFL football quarterback Colin Kaepernick is seated on stage during W.E.B. Bois Medal ceremonies, Thursday, October 11, 2018, at Harvard University, in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Kaepernick is among 8 recipients of Harvard University's W.E.B. Bois Medals in 2018. Harvard has awarded the medal since 2000 to people whose work has contributed to African and African American culture. AP photo, Senne, former NFL football quarterback Colin Kaepernick is seated on stage during W.E.B. Bois Medal ceremonies, Thursday, October 11, 2018, at Harvard University, in Cambridge, Mass. Kaepernick is among 8. More photo, Senne, Associated Press. The time is now for Colin Kaepernick to return to the NFL. Now is the time for the NFL to reclaim its manhood. All it has to do is give Colin Kaepernick a job. Specifically, a quarterback job. Starter, backup, practice squad, whatever. Based on zero inside information, I predict that will happen this offseason. Too many teams are desperate for quarterbacks. The bottom of the barrel has been scraped until it squeaks, and Kaepernick, unlike most of the quarterbacks being hired off the street, can actually play. That's been the case for a while, so why would Kaepernick get a job now? Because he has served his unofficial sentence for his non-crime. And because the league needs him, so it can show it is not afraid. And because the players believe he deserves a job. In a poll of 81 NFL offensive linemen by The Athletic, one question was, should Colin Kaepernick be on an NFL roster? 95% responded yes. Hello. 95%. These are people who suit up and play the game, as opposed to armchair quarterbacks and political debaters like you and me. That's a powerful statement. It shows widespread belief that Kaepernick is still a real quarterback, and it suggests a widespread belief that he is a victim of a league-wide agenda. File, in this Jan. 1, 2017 file photo, San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick, 7, warms up before an NFL football game against the Seattle Seahawks in Santa Clara, Calif. Washington Redskins coach Jay Gruden says the team talked about and discussed bringing in Kaepernick for a tryout, but we will probably go in a different direction, Gruden told reporters during a conference call Tuesday. Dak. 4, 2018 That would there have been a greater possibility of considering Kaepernick if the Redskins were in need of a QB in Week 1 rather than at this stage of the season now. AP photo, Tony Avelar, file, in this January 1, 2017 file photo, San Francisco 49ers. If it's not an organized blackball keeping Kaepernick out, what is it? Fear, maybe. The NFL lost its manhood 2 seasons ago when President Trump, in his infamous son of a bitch speech and in tweets, demanded that the league crack down on protesters, and the league complied. The NFL, either through a conspiracy or an epidemic of cowardice, got busy and created a climate of intimidation for would-be protesters. You want to take a knee or raise a fist? Look what happened to your buddy Kaepernick. The league, fearing alienating many players, scrambled to bargain with the players, promising donations to various causes in exchange for agreements to end protesting. That caused a rift among the players, some of whom believed the league was trying to buy their silence. The NFL was worried that Trump was whipping up anti-NFL sentiment. It worried about fan backlash from those who disliked the protests. So the league began operating out of fear. As one very powerful politician said, real power is, I don't even want to use the word fear, as in, your fear is my power. That politician, Donald Trump. In giving in to the fear, the NFL surrendered its manhood, which was already under assault. What could be more unmanly than being perceived as squishy soft on domestic violence? File, in this deck. 11, 2016, file photo, San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick stands in the bench area during the second half of the team's NFL football game against the New York Jets in Santa Clara, Calif. An arbitrator is sending Kaepernick's grievance with the NFL to trial, denying the league's request to throw out the quarterback's claims that owners conspired to keep him out of the league because of his protests of social injustice. AP photo, Marcio Jose Sanchez, file, in this December 11, 2016, file photo, San Francisco 49ers. In fact, the league will take a hit if Kaepernick gets a job. Many fans will be angry. The league will worry about sponsors, and about its popularity in general. Fear of a financial hit. So there is a choice to be made: represent the United States, including American values and freedoms such as the right to protest, or be intimidated and live in fear. The league seemed to be heading in the right direction when safety Eric Reid was signed during this past season by the Carolina Panthers, after being unemployed for months. Reid was young and capable, but his crime was that he had knelt beside Kaepernick when both played for the 49ers. However, Reid was signed by a team owned by David Tepper, one of the few owners who openly support the right of players to protest. Reid was subjected to a mysteriously high number of random league drug tests, 6 in 11 games. According to Yahoo Sports, the chances of that happening randomly are 0.17%. Meanwhile, Kaepernick has kept a low profile. Almost no profile. He makes zero public statements, other than what he says on his Nike commercial. His tweets are mostly retweets and expressions of support for Reid and others who challenge the system and the status quo. Last I heard, Kaepernick had not given up on returning to the NFL. He is 31 and healthy and works out regularly, so a comeback would not require a major overhaul. He would be rusty, but that goes for anyone who sits for a long period, like, say, Andrew Luck or Jimmy Garoppolo. The list is long of quarterbacks with NFL jobs who, statistically, can't carry Kaepernick's jock, including the 49ers, CJ Beathard is 1-9 as a starter with a 75.6 career QB rating, and the Raiders' Connor Cook posted a 30 QB rating in his only start, a playoff loss in January 2017. Kaepernick is 28-30 in the regular season with an 88.9 rating. Maybe the NFL, or one team, will be swayed by that poll showing huge support for Kaepernick among players. Or maybe the league will simply decide it's time to man up and take back the power it gave away. If power is fear, overcoming fear is reclaiming power. Scott Osler is a San Francisco Chronicle columnist. Email: sosler@sfchronicle.com. Twitter @ScottOsler.